Outsourcing is the process of taking work that used to be done in a company and now paying another company to do it. When the word outsourcing comes to mind, what is the first thing that you think of? For those that are not familiar with the term, outsourcing can mean a variety of things. Throughout this presentation, we hope to provide the listener with the information necessary to come to the conclusion that outsourcing is a key to increasing productivity. Outsourcing provides several advantages. For a large company, outsourcing is an ideal resource to utilize. By paying other companies to do these jobs, companies can put more focus on accomplishing their primary goals and objectives. Resources that would otherwise be used to accomplish the jobs that are outsourced can be reallocated to focusing on more priority tasks. Another advantage is, in some cases, outsourcing jobs to other companies can be less expensive than using in-house resources. Offshore companies work at a lower cost than U.S. companies, which is a benefit in terms of a reduction in expenditures. The process of focusing their resources on their main product or service is a priority now that outsourcing has become a reality and their costs are lowered. By outsourcing jobs, productivity is increased because of two reasons. The first reason is it increases competition through the firm and employees. For the firms, it is the drive to bring lower costs and provide a better product or service at an equivalent cost. The second reason is competition is increased amongst employees because it creates an environment in which the employee must show that their job can only be done within their specialized field. The employment of outsourcing can also provide valuable knowledge that may not be available from the company's immediate employees. Since the employees from the outsourced company specializes in certain tasks, their knowledge is more in-depth. Internal staff development helps improve productivity because it gives the workers new knowledge which would potentially help provide a foundation for new ideas or products which would have gone unnoticed. Outsourcing jobs can help facilitate a booming economy for those countries, namely India and China, which would have otherwise been stuck with limited job opportunities.
Michael, hey, how's it going?
Embarrassment. Hey, Julie.
So Michael, how's the accounting department doing?
It's going good. We're cutting manufacturing costs overseas. How's the communications department?
It's great. Now that we outsource over to India, I feel like we can focus more on different projects, and I feel like our resources are more manageable and we can allocate them somewhere else, like to your department when we, gave you some people to help out with your projects.
Okay, yeah. Those people really helped us out in trying to find out the best plant for shipping the jobs over.
Well, that's great. I'm glad it all worked out for you.
Thanks.
With every positive aspect of a topic, there is a negative aspect. Outsourcing can have some disadvantages for certain individuals. One main disadvantage to outsourcing jobs is the negative impact it has on U.S. workers. Offshore companies are more inclined to accept lower wages than companies in the U.S. due to their lower cost of living. Another disadvantage is the hassle of outsourcing jobs to overseas companies. The cost of shipping materials to foreign countries is significantly higher than the cost of shipping items within the country due to extra fees such as tariffs. Also, there is an additional cost of training overseas employees. Productivity can be negatively affected when jobs are outsourced. There is an inconvenience due to the time difference. With the time delay, companies are forced to provide a bigger time frame for the completion of the outsourced job as well as compensate by offering hours that reflect the operating hours of the firm. Additionally, the quality of the good or service may not be up to par with the company's expectations because there is a lack of quality control management. There are different parties that can be negatively affected by outsourcing. The consumers of the product or service can be negatively affected because of the quality of the goods and the company's call center due to a lack of quality control management. Since the outsourced company handles the production of the product or provides the service, the management of quality control does not lie under the main company. U.S. workers can be negatively affected because many outsourced jobs are sent to offshore companies rather than onshore companies. This leads to a decrease in job opportunities for Americans. The outsourced company is negatively affected in terms of a reliance on the availability of jobs created by the outsourcing firm because there is an expectation of a constant workflow. The main positives of outsourcing consist of allowing companies to focus their resources on primary goals and objectives, providing a means of cutting costs since in-house resources are more expensive, and increasing competition within the firm and the company's employees. Here are a couple of statistics involving outsourcing. In 2011, approximately 2,300,000 U.S. jobs were outsourced to offshore companies. 44% of companies outsource jobs to reduce or control costs. 31% of companies outsource to free up internal resources. The top 3 countries that U.S. companies outsource their jobs to are India, Indonesia, and China. This is a visual representation of the advantages and disadvantages of outsourcing. As you can see from the T-chart, there are more advantages to outsourcing than disadvantages.
Alright, welcome back to Channel 5 CPP News. We're here with Suzanne. We just pulled her from outside, in the library actually, and we're going to ask her a few quick questions about outsourcing. So, what does outsourcing mean to you?
Outsourcing? Isn't outsourcing like moving a company like, I don't know, like Target to China or something?
Very good. So we're going to go ahead and pull a few other people, see what they have to say, take her opinion into consideration, and we'll be back. Alright, we're here with Michelle. We're going to ask her the same question we asked Suzanne, and it is basically, what does outsourcing mean to you?
Isn't outsourcing insourcing? The opposite of insourcing. So outsourcing.
The opposite of insourcing was her answer. Obviously this person doesn't know much, but oddly enough, she is on the right track. We'll be back. We're going to ask a few other people some more questions and see what we can come up with.
And cut. All right, Mitch, so how those interviews go?
So, God, I'm finally done with those interviews. I can't believe they didn't know what outsourcing meant. Obviously, it's the process of taking work that used to be done within the company and paying another organization to do it. Jeez, incompetent, I have no idea.
We just got a little bit more to do. You know, you should have a little bit more interviews. And
Oh my God, man, I don't think I'm game for this. They don't know anything.
well, it's what we've been given by the network. So up until now, this is all we have. So you know, just relax, do this, and well, Mitch. After this, you know, you could not drink so much water. We can go take some body shots after this. You know, have a good night. So just get this interview done, and we'll be good.
Next question on the list. Does outsourcing improve productivity? If you say yes, you gotta say how.
Yes, because you're not insourcing and you're getting products from outside of the world.
And that improves productivity, but how exactly? Can you be more specific?
Well, it's cheaper, I assume. Well, that's it.
That's it. That's all she's got, which is fine. That's great. It was not really helpful, but we're going to go ahead and ask Suzanne next. Maybe she can be a little bit more insightful. All right, so we're back with Suzanne. We have another question for her. We're sorry for wasting your time. The question is, does outsourcing improve productivity? If you answer yes, like our friend Michelle did, you have to say how. So, what do you think?
Yeah, because like it makes people want to work harder, right?
Like, yeah, I really think so.
Totally, right?
So that was very insightful. Unlike Michelle, like totally good. So we'll be back and we'll ask a little bit more questions, and we'll get this over with. We got another question here for Suzanne. We're gonna go ahead and ask her. Is it possible that productivity can be negatively affected?
Yeah, they're taking my jobs away, stupid people.
So the jobs within the U.S. are going bye-bye?
Yeah, to like China.
Oh my God, you're so right. So productivity could be negatively affected. Thank you for that. We'll be back. We're going to ask Michelle the same damn thing. Okay, so we're back here with Michelle, and we're going to ask her the same question we asked Suzanne. Can productivity be negatively affected?
Yes, because
I think you're supposed to say no.
oh yeah, no, because it makes it more competitive in sourcing.
So it's more competitive within the U.S. Is that what you're saying? So therefore, people would try harder, maybe learn a bit more.
Yes.
Okay, nice. I like it. Even though I completely answered the question for you, we'll have a follow-up question and the conclusion to these intense interviews. All right, Michelle, after viewing this PowerPoint, which you did not view, what route do you think the company should choose?
Outsourcing.
So you think
Cheaper,
Okay.
and there's more competition.
There's more competition within the U.S. and it's cheaper. Those are very valid points, very valid answers, and we'll be back to see if Suzanne can top you. We're back here with Suzanne. Michelle just gave her answer. It was pretty good. You know, you don't want to get kicked off the show, so you better answer better.
Mine will be better.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Hurry up and ask
What
the question.
route should the company choose? After you've seen all the PowerPoint, you know all the information. What route do they choose?
Outsourcing.
So outsourcing. And can you say why?
Outsourcing. Well, because I like that one better.
Because she
And
likes that one better.
I like that one better. And because, like, you can have people handle all the other stuff, and then you can focus all your resources on your stuff.
So basically what I think you're saying is that if a company outsources, right?
Yeah, outsourcing.
That whoever they're outsourcing to can handle all the minuscule, like time-consuming
Yeah.
jobs, and they can focus all their resources on their primary objective and goals for their company.
You got it.
She wins. She wins. That's it.
Do I get a prize?
No.
All right, Mitch. Well, can you think of any other questions to ask people about outsourcing?
Well, you know, I would really like to ask, you know, the entire world, the whole population, really, what outsourcing means to them. What do they think of it?
Mitch, you know
Can
the
it
camera's
improve productivity?
on. Mitch, the camera was. All right, and that's all. Well, Matt, it seemed like you really enjoyed yourself out there during the latter half of this interview.
Yeah, you know, I'm not even going to lie. I picked up a little bit. Give you a little secret. It's not entirely water I'm drinking.
That's what the production crew and I thought. We just didn't want to intervene because this interview.
Dude, you gotta do what you gotta do to get the job done, you know?
That's what I always say, Matt.
CPP News, we're here with Chanel, and we pulled her.
Chanel.
I guess you know, Chanel's too hard. Therefore, you can concentrate your efforts on the primary goal and objective, because that's a term from our MHR class.
A minuscule and